Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk to you really quick about a more unique type of staging service that we offer. And whereas most staging is, going in, seeing what the client already has, or filling a space, according to the home's characteristics or what needs to be balanced or how we can create flow through a space. All of the things that we normally use furniture and decor to accomplish. Sometimes there are homes where even with furniture and decor, the buyer's just gonna need a little more help envisioning themselves there. And most of the time that we need to come in and do this kind of unorthodox staging is in homes where there's layout is good, there's not a lot of structural issues, of course, that need to be handled or whatever. It just needs some cosmetic updates. And fun fact, when we work with buyers on finding properties, we actually tell them to look for homes that just need cosmetic updates. Something that just is not going to make you feel like you had to pour all of your time and effort and finances into getting it just to even be at a livable point. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about just being able to go into a house and make it your own. And a lot of times people can't get past that. So in this house in particular, the walls are very white, the floors are very warm, and there's also some stone accents that are very warm throughout the house. All of the original trim is wood, so it's really beautiful. However, it is feeling a little bit dated, and that's what the feedback is coming in, that it's just feeling a little bit dated. And so people just can't imagine how charming and stylish even it could be. And so what we're gonna do is we are literally gonna create our own mini design center inside this home, so that when buyers come in, they already have a mood board, color palette options, physical paint samples that they can play around with and hold up on the wall. We're going to have hardware for cabinet hardware ideas. So imagine how different this entire kitchen would look painted with new cabinet hardware. It would be amazing, right? Just right here, just a little bit of extra gold, metallic, whatever you want that to be, black. And then countertops, and even countertops these days can be easily painted. They make products that are just for painting countertops. You're gonna have to be getting in touch with your creative side to do it, and you're gonna have to be thoughtful, but it is actually not a hard process. And if you are in a house where you have the ability to make it your own and just kind of guinea pig it, kind of wing it and see how some projects work for you, then a countertop, if it's an old laminate countertop and you don't like it anyways, that is a great project to practice painting yourself a faux marble countertop. Don't go practicing it on like a real stone, but if you have a laminate, that is a great place to come and get your Pinterest on. And so we are going to, like I said, set up stations where buyers can come in and literally play around with these design elements, paint colors and hardware and new lighting fixtures. And like I said, we'll have mood board samples out. And so that way, we're not using furniture, we're not using decor, we're not using rugs to set, anything up. We're just giving the homeowner that step into making it their own, that excitement about turning this place into theirs, about making this stone fireplace an absolute breathtaking feature, bringing these walls into the floor, kind of marrying those so that it's not such a harsh contrast. And so if you are selling your house, if you are an agent that has a property where you feel like, again, I don't think bringing things in is gonna really do anything for the property, because it's almost like it's just the property itself needs to be its own blank canvas so that somebody can come in and go, it would look beautiful that way, So stay tuned. We'll show you guys after, when it's all done and set up, what that looks like. If you need help with, like I said, and kind of unconventional staging or getting a house ready for the market, let me know, and we'd be happy to help. Bye, everybody. Okay, so we are back in the same space, and we are going to show you guys now what we did as a design display. Again, it doesn't have to be fully staged to give a buyer an idea of what they could do here. So to start off, we just give this first few seconds something pretty to look at, right? It's not overly dramatic. It's just a place for an agent to put their card, for them to put the key while they sit down. If the listing agent was to have any materials, it's just a simple thing right there at the beginning. We didn't do anything else right there. It's just that, right when you walk in, something welcoming. And then because we do have a focal point right here, we did do something simple, very simple. You can see it's like a rug and 2 pieces over the fireplace mantle, but it dresses it up enough. It adds a little bit of another style, because stone by itself can feel very rugged, especially with that wood, raw chunky wood mantle. So to add a little bit of style just kind of elevates that rustic look. And then over here we have like our biggest actual design table. So they'll come in, and the first thing they're gonna see is that we have like our top design ideas. We give them actual tips and tricks on what they could do. We've given them mood boards to show them ideas, and they go, these are the actual stone and the floors in the picture. So if nothing changed, even if they didn't change anything in the home, we're showing them just what paint could do, and we have those physical color samples all out here for them to see. Then if they want to go a little bit further than paint, we have backsplash samples, cabinet hardware samples, even rug samples and upholstery samples, just for them to get, again, an idea of how this could all come together. LVP samples if they do want to go and get a new floor somewhere. We want to give them options, all kinds of options, right? There's different layers of design. You could go into a house, almost any house, and gut it, but you could also go into any house and just paint some things, and you could do some cosmetic and some structural, and there's just a mix. So we're really just giving, again, a buyer an idea of what all they could do. So in here we have a sign talking very specifically about cabinet paint and how that can change things, and ideas for the kitchen. And then we have more tile samples and hardware samples, countertop samples, if they want to go that route. So again, this is just a different way to stage a house. It doesn't use a ton of furniture or anything, but it really does get that buyer excited about making this place their own. Okay, hope this helped. If you have any questions, just reach out. Bye.